This is every LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper minifigure to come out in 2021. Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs here, and today we are going to be taking a look at all of the LEGO Star Wars Clone Troopers that have come out this year of the year 2021. Now, we got a total of 7 minifigures between all of these, if you count Boba Fett. And between all of them, if you wanted to buy every set that they came in, it would cost you $500 if you wanted to buy each set. And with these clone troopers. Now we're going to be getting into all of these, so I ask that you all hit that subscribe button and let's get right on into it. Now first up, we have the entire Bad Batch minus Omega from set 75314, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, coming with 6 minifigures if you include the Gonk droid. And this was just a fantastic set and obviously makes up a majority of the clones we got this year from the hit show The Bad Batch, which came out in 2021. Now again, we got a total of these 5 minifigures. We got Hunter, Tech, Wrecker, Crosshair, and Echo. Obviously, all great inclusions. We're going to get into all of them, the significance of them, which one's my favorite, and more, so let's do that. And a quick heads up, I do have their arm printing from Firestar Toys, which you could actually check out in the description if you want. It's pretty affordable. It's awesome arm printing. I'd recommend getting as soon as you can. First up, we have one of my favorites for purely sentimental reasons. This is Echo. Now, Echo is a character from the Clone Wars. He was there in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and then he disappeared after Season 3 and showed back up in Season 7 when it turned out he was alive. Five's his best buddy, and I remember how long people have wanted this specific character to be made, and while pretty much everyone doesn't want him in this appearance, they'd rather him in his ARC Trooper appearance. Much like this one from Clone Army Customs, which, by the way, Clone Army Customs did a fantastic job creating the fan favorite character of Echo. But LEGO did a pretty good job too capturing his Bad Batch appearance. Now, first off, he does have all of the great metallic features. I think they probably could have done with a new mold and used the same exact mold for, you know, Hunter and Crosshair. And also another thing, there's just a personal feature, like, I wish they did with the actual character. I wish they put the handprint. Like, if they did a handprint on the character, like in red, that would have been perfect. Now here he does come with this arm printing. This is actually legit arm printing from LEGO officially, which is just great. I think they nailed it. They really did hit it home with this. You know, looking at this now, this might actually be Firestars, but it's nearly identical. That's how close it is, so I'm not going to swap out. He does come with a hand, which is very disappointing. I would have rather he came with the screwdriver hand, and he also comes with a generic pistol. He also does have his comma printed on. Now, this was for the reason, and I didn't really understand this until later on, but so that way he could sit on the set, like he'd sit in a seat. I kind of get why they did that, but I'm still wish they included it as an option. You also do get the ARC Trooper Echo face print. Oh, it looks so good. He does look pale, however, which I find interesting, and he also does get the back printing, as well as that little backpack. I hate how they printed on the backpacks, and again, these are imperfect minifigures, the Bad Batch. They have a lot wrong with them, but it's still cool that they were all made. Now, let's check out the next one. Here is Wrecker from the Bad Batch. I think that LEGO did a decent job with this figure. Would I have rather seen them use a, say, Mandalorian helmet for his helmet print? Absolutely, I would have rather seen that. I think it would have looked better. With that being said, they nailed him. Other than that, I think that Iron Man helmet's a little weird. Other than that, you can lift up the helmet, and there is a beautiful face print of Wrecker. It captures him near perfectly. I think they got all the right details in. He also does get this big, bulky armor piece. This was, I believe, made exclusively for him, and then later used on Paz Vizsla. You do get the 99 Bad Batch logo. You also do get that printing there, and you also do get 2 studs on the back, which is neat, but, you know, would have been nice if they actually included a backpack. He also does come with the same torso print as Hunter, which we'll check out in a second, and I believe he even does have the same leg print. Now, if you move back, I believe he even has the same backpack print as Hunter, so let's do Hunter next, actually. Now, here is Hunter, again, same torso and legs as Wrecker, which is fine. They have a relatively similar looking armor, other than Wrecker's is much larger. The helmet print, again, I think they could have used a new mold. It is what it is. Same, again, backpack print. Lift up the head, and you also do get a Hunter, and a great look at him, mind you. And he does come with this hairpiece. I don't think it's perfect. I've actually seen a better interpretation of him with Loki's hair that I actually have done in a How to Customize the Bad Batch video, which you could check out. And he comes with both faces. I think that they did an alright job with the face. I think they personally could have probably done better with the band and hair effect, because the band does go over the hair. That's just a minor thing. That's not a huge deal, honestly. I'm just glad they gave them face prints, honestly. Now, here we have by far the most flawed figure, and that is Crosshair. Now, the first big thing is that he is black. And again, this sounds all complainy, but it's really not. I really like him. I just want to point out the problems with it. He is in all black. that is completely inaccurate. It was more of a dark gray, much similar to the rest of the batch, as opposed to his lighter gray earlier with his regular appearance. The green eyes are accurate, which is good, and the helmet just kind of feels off compared to the real show version. The head print is actually great. I think they nailed it. They couldn't have really done a better job if they tried. It looks good. That's just a nice compliment there, Lego. The armor printing is all fantastic. Again, the coloring is just off. He does, again, come with that special backpack printing, and he does come with his sniper rifle. I think while the imperfect figure, they still did a decent job with him. Personally, I would have actually rather seen his regular appearance, and they could have done his Imperial one in a later set, which we're eventually going to have to get because, you know, we need Omega, and there is a Season 2 coming. Now, here is one of the most unique figures from this, and this is Tech. Now, this one also has a problem without the helmet. He's perfect. Like, this is one of the perfect quintessential Bad Batch figure. I think they pretty much nailed the color. Some people were saying he should have been more white. I think it's good with or without. I think, you know, it's really up to personal preference at that point. Like, there's no real right or wrong there. I think this probably looks better. And then also you do get all the nice printing, all exclusive, of course. You do get this backpack. Now, the reason he does come with the backpack is because of the helmet, and the others don't. Again, is because of the helmet. You lift up his backpack, and there is actual back printing, which is nice. Like, no backpack printing, because he does. Again, come with the backpack, and I wish they did this for every Bad Batch minifigure. I think it's absurd that they didn't. Now, you also do get an alternative face right here, which looks really good, actually. I really think they nailed it with his alternative face, even though we haven't even really officially seen it in the show. And then you also do get him with his goggles, which looks good, too, and I think that works well. My main and only real problem with this figure is the helmet, because it is freaking huge. Like it is overlapping that much. It doesn't actually go down to his chest in the show. For those who don't know, I feel like that's pretty obvious, and he fell backwards. But yeah, it just kind of makes him feel somewhat awkward, but that's all I really have to say about him. Let's move into the next clone set. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Clone Trooper pilot. Just kidding, it is the Clone Trooper Commander. Now, if this minifigure was not in the circumstances it was usually under, then I'd say this is an alright minifigure. There's nothing too special about it. This is the first time we're getting the all-plain white Clone Trooper legs, and we're also getting this torso like this. Obviously, we've gotten it like that on the 501st torso before, and this is kind of a combination of the animated style of Clone Trooper as well as the movie style, which honestly, I'm not a huge fan of. I prefer the 2014 style for the official, and then I prefer the 2013 style for the Clone Wars. If they have to do it like this, then, you know, it's alright. They did a good job with the helmet and everything. The face is, you know, what you'd expect. And apparently it's one of the new minifigures coming out next year with the other two new Clone Troopers, or rather one new Clone Trooper that we know about so far. And yeah, this guy has had a heap of trash thrown around him. I honest to goodness think that LEGO thinks this is a Commander Cody. Like, because they keep throwing it around and saying like it is a Commander Cody, but guys, it ain't. Anyway, with that said, let's take a look at the last and final Clone Trooper, which is probably going to get me into some dicey territory, but we'll wait and see. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Boba Fett minifigure. Obviously, a lot of you guys are going to think this is a very dicey decision, but I am going to stay firm with it. Now, the reason I chose to keep Boba in here as a Clone Trooper is solely and utterly because of this face print right here. Now, tell me what that is. If you could tell me with a straight face that that is not a Clone Trooper, then you're just wrong. Because, yeah, Boba Fett is in fact a Clone Trooper, played by Temuera Morrison, the voice and, you know, actor of all the clones. Like this, in this interpretation, this figure is beautiful. We'll talk about the helmet in a second. But first off, I do want to take off the torso just quickly so you can look at it. One of the most beautiful pieces, I think, in my opinion, in LEGO Star Wars, period. You do get the arm printing right here. You get all that yellow. You get the arm bracelets. You also do get the back printing with all that dark green and the belt. And you also do get the red wrist launchers on his arm. And then you also do get all of that beautiful, beautiful torso printing, which I guess LEGO might have to update for Book of Boba Fett, but they probably won't. He also does come with the leg rockets, which is cool. And then we put back on his jetpack, which is an inaccurate color, and then we put back on his face print, which I'm just noticing now has scars on the back of it, which is sick. And we put that on, and then we also put on the helmet where it is all inaccurate, but we're not going to discuss that because that is kind of a Mandalorian feature. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that is every LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper to come out in the year 2021. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any, but if you think I did, I guess leave a comment down below and tell me your favorite one. Now, I personally think my favorite one is Echo, and that is purely for sentimental reasons. If I was to go objectively based off of pure looks, I think the one they probably nailed the most is Tech. They got the torso and everything right. The helmet is just, again, a little off, but without that helmet, he looks beautiful with the hairpiece and everything. But yeah, so with that said, I'm going to ask you all again to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the other things. I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.